In a fight where a gorilla is surrounded by 3 cheetahs, the gorilla would need to rely on its size, strength and raw power to survive. Gorillas are incredibly strong, with thick muscles that give them a huge advantage in close combat. Their arms are long and powerful, capable of delivering bone-crushing punches, and they can lift and throw objects with ease. The gorilla's primary goal would be to keep the cheetahs at a distance, knowing that if the cheetahs manage to get too close, their speed and agility could become a problem. The gorilla would likely try to make itself as big as possible, standing tall and using its arms to keep the cheetahs from getting too close. A single swipe from the gorilla's arm could cause serious damage to a cheetah, so it would focus on hitting them before they can get within striking range. The cheetahs, being much smaller but far faster, would try to use their speed to outmaneuver the gorilla. Cheetahs aren't built for fighting large animals like gorillas, but their agility could help them get in and out of reach quickly. In this situation, the cheetahs would likely try to strike from different angles, using their claws and sharp teeth to inflict damage while avoiding the gorilla's powerful arms. Their biggest strength is their speed, which allows them to dart in and out of reach before the gorilla can land a hit. However, cheetahs aren't great in prolonged fights. They rely on short bursts of speed to take down prey, so they would have to be careful not to tire themselves out. The gorilla's best strategy would be to focus on one cheetah at a time, trying to grab or strike one before the others can coordinate their attacks. If the gorilla manages to get its hands on a cheetah, the fight would be over quickly. The gorilla's strength is so much greater that it could easily break bones or deal a fatal blow with a single hit. But the challenge for the gorilla is dealing with all 3 cheetahs at once. The cheetahs could try to tire the gorilla out by attacking from all sides, forcing it to constantly turn and defend itself. The gorilla would need to be aware of all 3 cheetahs' movements, making sure not to focus too much on one and leave itself open to an attack from the others. If the cheetahs work together, they might be able to wear the gorilla down by constantly striking and retreating. The gorilla, though strong, isn't as fast or agile as the cheetahs, and if the fight drags on, it could start to struggle with keeping up with their quick movements. The cheetah's claws could cause some damage, but it would take time for them to seriously injure the gorilla. The gorilla's thick muscle and tough skin would protect it from most of the cheetah's attacks, so it would be able to withstand a few scratches or bites. The gorilla's main priority would be to land a hit on one of the cheetahs, knowing that once it takes one down, the odds would shift more in its favor. At some point, the gorilla might try to charge at the cheetahs, using its size and strength to intimidate them and force them to back off. A full-force charge from a gorilla could be enough to make the cheetahs scatter, giving the gorilla a chance to grab or hit one while the others retreat. The cheetahs would likely try to stay out of reach, but if the gorilla gets close enough, they would be in serious danger. The gorilla's strength is its biggest advantage, and if it can land a hit on one of the cheetahs, it would take that cheetah out of the fight quickly. However, if the cheetahs manage to keep the fight going for a long time, the gorilla could start to get tired, and the cheetahs might be able to take advantage of that. Overall, the gorilla's best chance is to stay on the defensive, keeping the cheetahs at bay and waiting for an opportunity to strike. It would need to use its strength and power to intimidate and overwhelm the cheetahs, while also staying aware of their quick movements. If the gorilla can take out one cheetah early in the fight, the remaining 2 would be less of a threat. But if the cheetahs are able to work together and tire the gorilla out, they might be able to slowly wear it down and take control of the fight. The gorilla's strength and endurance give it a fighting chance, but it would need to be smart and cautious in dealing with 3 fast, agile predators.